Hey guys, a lot of people have been asking me what Loose Ends is. What it is it's a live show every Tuesday at 8:30. It's for the hardcore Pete and Sebastian fans. But we've been having a blast, and it's morphing into this really cool show where we play music and we talk about bits, we talk about, we make videos, we do freaking magic. And most importantly, we take calls, and we're taking these awesome calls with like people needing family advice, to people showing off their pets, to people just saying they love the cast. So I don't know what you're doing Tuesday nights, man, but this thing is growing, and we're not like trying to put it out there for the public and be like, hey, look at this, click on. It's a special thing for special people. You pay $5, you get 4 a month and one extra Pete and Sebastian show. It's growing, but it's growing in a quiet, cool way, and you should get in on it, man. It's the word of advice. Thanks to ZocDoc for sponsoring this episode. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. Guys, next time I need to go to a doctor, I will be using ZocDoc. Stop putting off those doctor's appointment and go to ZocDoc.com/thecast to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/thecast. ZocDoc.com/thecast.
This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Pete and Sebastian Show. Welcome back, everybody. Episode, I don't even know. It looks like, I don't know, depending on how things are going, we're staring down the barrel of 1,000 down the line. Or not. I don't know, but we're here today. Excited to be here. Off the road for a couple of days. What is up, bro? Are you happy to be home? You've been gone. How long were you on the road? Because I was able to go home a little bit.
13 days. It's Tuesday morning here in Los Angeles, and based on what I'm seeing in the viewfinder here,
okay,
you haven't had the time to get a haircut.
Is it that bad? I'm going tomorrow. It's all set with my lady Jen.
Okay. Yeah, it needs a trim.
I'll just have to do this then.
No, I don't like it. No, get it off.
Ah, shit. God,
no, you know why? Because it covers the eyes, and then we're all screwed up. I'm just saying, at the end of this 13-day run, I was looking at the entire group. Mm-hmm. We looked like shit.
We were run down. You guys.
It was a complete rundown. I mean, at that last night, man, it was, I got on the plane and didn't sleep, but maybe for an hour. So I was operating. Wow. You know what the problem is? I come back off the road and I try and be super dad, super husband, the whole thing. I jump right back into it. I had 3 hours of sleep. And I want to ask you, and I don't know if we've covered this over the last 8 years we've been doing this, but is St. Patrick's Day a thing with Sadie? Does a leprechaun show up to the house?
It's on my list, and not that it's so much as a thing, but you know I'm half Irish. My daughter's got some Irish in her. Not even a text. Little disappointed. Little thrown by that, bro. Thought you'd send me a happy St. Pat's. No, you got a little Irish blood in you. Nothing.
Oh, bro, this ain't.
I'm kidding. I really didn't expect that, but I am busting your balls. But we did, a little bit. Sadie wears the green T-shirt. We put on little green hats, but Jackie made a fantastic, corned beef with the cabbage and the potatoes and the carrots. Totally, man.
I've always had a disdain for St. Patrick's Day.
So does my dad, because you're all Italian. 100% Italians look down on that like a bad fruit. Like, who eats that? Somebody eats that.
it's nothing against the Irish. I don't like the color green. It bothers me, bro. I'm sorry.
It's a big day in Boston, I'll tell you that much, man.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the morning we started out. But my dad is all Italian, my mom's all Irish. So she would always be into it. Always wearing green, always have us in green. And my dad would be like, "Oh, all right with this shit," but we wouldn't eat the food. My mom, didn't really make that kind of food. But Long Island, a lot of Irish people. It gets, it's like, it's a young person's game, I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Chicago. They painted the river green. I just felt like everybody was out and about at a bar at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
I never got into it. But anyway, my wife, apparently a leprechaun shows up during the night. It's like, here we go. It's with the elf on the shelf. Now there's a leprechaun. He's got footprints on the toilet seat. Eh?
That's funny.
And then Lana goes in the middle of the night, and she puts a little green mustache with marker on the kid's, face. So they wake up and they got a green mustache. So the leprechaun was up to no good, right?
Wow. That's pretty heavy to wake up and have been drawn on. You weren't even drunk, passed out drunk, just sleeping.
So anyway, I woke up to all that commotion in the morning. The kids were excited.
3 hours.
3 hours, right? Half blind, getting out of bed, take the kids to school. I have to actually look at what I did yesterday to give you kind of a flavor of what was happening here at the house on a Monday. So I took them to school. Oh, here. This is what it was. My wife goes, "It's International Food Day at the school. Kids want us to go." I said, what is that? They say, "Oh, they make food from all the different countries, and the kids take a plate and they sample all these different foods." And Serafina and Cruz was like, "Are you coming?" I said, "Yeah, no, I'll be there." All right, so we go.
What time is that?
This is drop the kids off at 8, come back home, gotta go back to school at 11, right?
Is everybody just pretending that you didn't get 3 hours of sleep and that you got in the middle of the night?
Hey, when you haven't been there in 13 days and your daughter goes, "Are you coming to International Food Day?" You're going.
Oh, when your daughter says that. Yeah, absolutely. I forgot. I thought you meant your wife said it.
Well, she said it too. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, all right. So we walk into the school. They're like, "Hey, here for International Food Day?" "Yeah." "All right, grab your apron." Apron. I go to line and go, "What?" "Yeah, just sign in, grab your name, name day." What are we doing? I'm working the International Food Day.
That's it. With that attitude, you're going to be on dishes, guy. All right?
So I go to Lana, I thought this was like a parent thing. You hang out with your kid while they eat some dim sum. I didn't think.
I thought you would add a sample and chat.
That's what I was going in. This is going to be a 40-minute tops hang out. Kids got, "Oh, what do you got? Some shushuka from wherever." Right?
I envision a light walk through Epcot. That's what I thought we were going to do.
That's exactly what I thought I was in for. Next thing you know, I'm in an apron.
There you go.
And the first tent we hit, the woman goes to Lana, "Oh, thank God you're here. Do you want to relieve me at noon?" It's 11:15, noon. Noon, I'm going to be at home.
Right. And relieve me means I relieve you if you need to go take a piss. That's my, what you're saying sounds like you want me to start a whole new shift and not for another 45 minutes. Like, I'll go back to the lunchroom and finish my fucking sandwich and then I'll come back out here. Bro, 3 hours sleep, already dropped the kid off, 13 days on the road. This is like a blur. It's all got to be a blur. It might not even happen. It might have been a dream. It was the end of the story. He's going to be like, and I woke up and it was time for dinner. It was unbelievable.
I'm walking around with an untied apron. The apron's too small. I can't even tie it. So Lana's like, "What do you want me to tie it?" I go, "It don't fit." I ain't clocking in for a shift at the French Laundry here with the apron. All right. Right. I want the apron to be. I literally walking around and it's like a bib hanging off my front side. I feel like if I tie it, then somebody's gonna come up to me and go, "Hey, we need help on the Italian station." By the way, International Food Day. Let's just put up an Italian tent. The Italian tent packed. Right, the kids couldn't get enough. Right,
but I gotta say, I don't know how we're doing with fresh fish at the Children's International Market, but if we can get some fresh fish, I'm never averse to sushi too, man. They give you a run for your money. I mean, but I can have pasta every day of my life till I burst. I can have sushi on Mondays and Thursdays.
Well, sushi was represented, right, and that was very pot
by an Asian child. Did they do that? Are they leaning into that? Was your kid doing pasta?
I don't know. I didn't even see. I just saw the sushi. I didn't even see the sushi tent. I just saw people had sushi.
Wow.
By the way, here's something. And I mentioned this to my wife last night. Sushi's a food, right? That you never say, "Hey, the Fitzgeralds are cooking on Tuesday night. They're making sushi." You never go over to somebody's house and they're rolling a spicy tuna roll, right? I've never seen anybody make homemade sushi, right?
No. It's the Fitzgeralds are, like you said, making this or making that. And when it comes to sushi, they're getting sushi. You know what I'm saying? It's never a make. It's unbelievable, bro. It's like sushi's like surgery. You don't fuck with it. You don't fuck with it. There's professionals. You let them do it. This ain't a game.
Yeah. That's how sophisticated the Japanese culture is. That you can't even cook their food.
No. I mean, I don't even see it on Food Network, like some guy named, "Hey, I'm Larry, we're going to make some sushi." Bobby Flay doesn't even fuck with that. I've never seen Bobby Flay try to make a tuna roll, have you? I'd love to see it. Can we get that on video, Patrick? I don't think it is.
Yeah, I want to see if sushi has ever been made on TV.
By a non-Asian. I mean, by the Asians, like, again,
a sushi chef.
It's like watching a medical documentary. I even said to Jackie once, because she'd take us with this and that. She's even made homemade bread, homemade pasta. I was like, "Well, let me try sushi." And she's like, "Oh, God, no, you can't. It's just too hard. You can't do that." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, right? What the?" Have you ever dabbled?
I've never dabbled. I mean, we bought the bamboo, that bamboo that you twirl the thing in. Like for Christmas, like it's we're going to make sushi.
Yeah.
It's still in the box somewhere in the cupboard. No one's touched
next
it.
Next to all the presents I've got you through the years over there in that box.
No, that's at the nanny's.
God, she's got good times rolling with the shit I sent her. Record player, karaoke.
No, I got the record player. I got the karaoke. The only thing is the wings. The wings. I don't know. That was. I tell you, that's hanging on a fence at my housekeeper's house.
I know. You told me that. I know it. Guys, I know a lot of you don't live in the Providence area, but if you do, June 6th and 7th, I am taping my new hour special at the Comedy Connection in East Providence, my favorite comedy club when I'd go on the road. I love this club. Always wanted to do a special at a comedy club. It's going down. We originally had one show Friday and one Saturday. They both already sold out. So we added a second show Saturday that's almost sold out, but there are still some tickets left, and we're going to add another one Thursday if that sells out. So if you want to see me live and you want to see a live taping, East Providence, June 6th and 7th, I will be there. You go to PeteCorreale.com for the tickets. Now, back to the cast. Thanks to ZocDoc for sponsoring this episode. Have you ever been to a dentist who wants to chat with you while they're cleaning your teeth? I have. It's all one way. It drives me nuts. Or a dermatologist with ice cold hands, or a primary care doctor with a 6-month wait to get in for a visit. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to settle anymore when it comes to finding the right doctor. With ZocDoc, you've got options. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. Guys, next time I need to go to the doctor, I will be using ZocDoc. It's easy to use, has a ton of options, and saves me time and headaches. Literally. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/thecast to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/thecast. ZocDoc.com/thecast. Did you get your Doomy bed?
No, I donated it to somebody who needs a bed.
Hey, I could have used the double. I only have one. Donate it this way next time. I'd have done a double Doomy.
No, we donated it to somebody, like that from the fires. We donated it. Yeah,
that's nice. Well, all right. Don't even go down that path. That's what you do when you get stuff. You try it. I know you're about to make fun of me, right?
I'm a little bothered by I'll take it all. Like this whole attitude of like,
it's a joke, bro.
No.
Oh my God. On my grave, it's a joke. I wanted to bust your balls. Of course. I'm not going to do it a double Doomy. It was a joke.
No. That you took the bed.
Oh, yeah. I know you have a problem with that.
That's what I'm saying.
What the whole deal is. You're supposed to try and say it's great.
Who tries out a bed? This ain't, you try wine. You don't try a bed.
Yeah, listen, first of all, we went with the day bed. That's too. You got to call this.
Oh God!
You got to call what?
Went through the catalog.
I can't breathe. Holy shit! I'm in
Oh God!
You fucking make me laugh so hard, bro. Yeah. You went through the catalog. Oh my God. I can't even breathe, man. It's like stubbing my toe. I knew I was about to die, and I did. Listen, believe it or not, one of the hotels that we stayed out on the It Ain't Right tour had a Thumi. As I was checking it out, because I was like, look at this. I'm sorry. I take that back. Those friends of ours that live out in Rochester, in their guest house where we stayed, they had a Thumi bed. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. But Jackie said, I remember last summer, she goes, oh, is this one of them Thumi beds? I've seen them, how they handcraft them. And the woman's like, oh, God, yeah, we love it. It's really cool. We're getting them put in the other guest house. And then this thing came up, and I'm like, hey, Jack, we're doing a read for the Thumi. So let's get the catalog and grab one of these puppies. There's one each. And I literally said, I got to make sure Sebastian knows about this. A lot of times he doesn't see this stuff. He should get one of these. It would be great for like the guest house or something, but apparently not.
So
that's my explanation.
Have you tried it?
No, it's in the box. It's in the box.
So it's going in a guest room?
Eventually eventually it's going in the guest room downstairs, yeah. But we'll wait until the some other things get done. Yeah. Can't wait. Okay. It looks great. It's a fantastic piece of furniture. Thumi. And I would imagine if you add the cast at the end, you'll get a discount. It seems to be in every ad read.
Oh, God. Okay, so...
Yeah.
So I'm at this event, and I'm walking around with an apron, and I feel like, all right, let me make an effort here. So there's a woman ladling out like chicken, and she's holding a 1.5-year-old kid, and she's ladling out. I'm thinking, this woman's volunteering, and I'm walking around.
Shelter? I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I tap her. I go, you look like you're having a hard time. I could do this. She goes, no, I'm good. I said, all right, then I'm done. That's it. I give you one offering. All right?
Yeah.
I go to the person who looks like they're having an issue, and they shoo me away. I said, Lana, wrap it up. Let's get in the car. It's over.
And you're wearing your apron during this, right?
Yeah.
It's already dangling.
I got the apron. So I took the apron off after that. And our kids came down, and they were, oh, Daddy, look, they got this, they got that. I said, oh, yeah, get some food and what have you. So we stayed about 40 minutes. We took off. Now, got back here. Then what did I do? Hold on, I got to look to see what I did after that. I'm only telling you what I'm doing because it was oh God. Now, I had to go back. I had to take Lana back home, went back to the school, picked up Serafina early to take her to the orthodontist. So her and I went to the orthodontist together, right? After the orthodontist, I went over and took her to piano. In the meantime, while she's at piano, I went shopping because it's burger night. I went get the burger meat, the buns, and then I picked her up from piano. Went home to cook the burgers.
Wow.
Bro, at this point, I almost fell into the fucking pan. Right? I was gone.
That's unbelievable. It reminds me of the Ray Liotta monologue of Goodfellas. Then I left my brother home to keep stirring the sauce while I went back to Pittsburgh to get the bag. I mean,
that's what it
this
was.
This is crazy.
Then put him to bed, and then Lana's like, "You want to watch White Lotus?" We've been watching White Lotus. I said, "Yeah, put it on." So we had like a half hour to watch an episode, and I shut it off. Literally woke up. I went to bed at 9. I woke up at about 6:30, and
nice. It's a good run.
Got some sleep in, but my God, it was a long day yesterday. Long day, bro.
Yeah, man. That's a long day, no sleep. I can't even believe you hung in for 20 minutes of White Lotus. I mean, I've been watching that too. It's a good show, but I don't even think a white line could keep me up after fucking that day, man. What episode are you on? Because I haven't gotten to... Okay.
3.
I haven't gotten episode 5. 3 you're on? Oh, 8.
I finished 3.
Finished
last
3.
night.
Okay, I think that's what me and Jackie just finished too. It's like right around that same time. Can't remember what's particularly... I like that one guy with the black hair who's slicked back. He looks like he reminds me of like a young Bruce Dern or something. You know that guy?
Walter Goggins, I think you're talking. Long hair.
Yeah, he's with that woman with the interesting teeth. Yeah. So anyway, something happens in episode 5. I read about that. Like, could literally make me turn it off. But
let's not talk about it. Right. That's the problem with these shows. If you don't consume them all at once, you'll start hearing like little blibs on Yahoo or whatever news sources you go to, and you go, there was a headline, and I think it's the headline I might have read.
Yeah,
I'm like you. I read that too, and I'm like, do I want to continue this? By the way, I'm on a mission. A mission impossible, if you will. And I need your help.
This is on the hunt already.
We're getting Tom Cruise on this show.
that would just be...
Okay. Now, Something came in. Did you see that? Some fan says some fan page.
James Vargo.
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about?
yeah.
Fan page?
I'm so great you got that.
Some fan came in, like runs a fan page, and I don't know. I read the email, but I didn't necessarily understand it. If he's going to try and get Tom Cruise or.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay, so could you give me some color on this?
Well, this guy, his name is James Vargo. Huge fan of this cast, and he's been for years. He's a retired police officer.
Yeah.
Fantastic gentleman. I never met him or anything. And he started a Facebook fan page for the cast, all things cast related. And it's up to 8,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And they get on and they talk and they say nice things, and it's unbelievably. I got involved once and chatted with them, but it's really nice what they do. And he makes all these like memes and photos of funny things after you and I'll do something. Then like there'll be a photo that he makes of us, and he just enjoys it. He's like, you get to be my age, you're looking for fun things to do that you enjoy. And like I said, he loves the cast. So anyway, in closing, he wrote that great letter and he sent it to what is the contact that he could find for Tom Cruise. In the letter, he admits in the email, I doubt this is even going to reach anyone remotely close to Tom Cruise, but in case it does. And then he lists how funny we are, how much we like Tom Cruise, and how he needs to come on our cast. And I was like, man, and how there's 8,000 people to this subscribership, and we're all rooting for this to happen. I don't know, Tom Cruise, what it takes to make him make stuff happen for you.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm doing on my side.
Yeah,
I got my sister working on a compilation of all the times that we've talked about Tom Cruise on this show. Wow. And it's going to be a sizzle reel. It's going to be like a trailer. And I'm going to get this trailer into Tom Cruise's hands. And he's got a movie coming out May 20-something, the Mission Impossible movie. I know we're not the Joe Rogan show. I know we're not Call Her Daddy or anything like that. However, if he could just wet our beak a little bit. I'm not looking even for a full hour with this guy. I'm looking for me and you be doing the cast in person, and just Tom Cruise sits down and we do a rapid fire with him. Now my question to you is, if we get Tom Cruise to come and do the cast, how many people do you think he comes with? Or do you think Tom Cruise shows up on a motorcycle by himself? What's your take?
None of the above. We discussed this before. I think you're going to feel the whole house rumble, a light breeze, and then you're going to look out back and he's going to be landing in a fucking helicopter by himself. Maybe yelling down, "Get away from the blades, kids. Get away from the blades." Truly though, knowing the stories we've heard from him, if he has a place in LA and he only makes it happen because he's kind of moved by it, he's going to be in LA, I would think helicopter. But this is, listen, I mean, we don't talk about this enough, but when Andy Garcia came in, that was like, that was one of the greatest freaking moments in my life and my career as far as fun and awesomeness. So
it's going to happen.
I just don't see...
That's going to happen.
I don't see Tom. My dream is that we get good news and bad news from Tom Cruise. This is my dream, and it's a video, and we got to play it. And he goes, "Why don't you guys play this on the cast?" And we play it. Guys, I'm sorry, I got a lot going on. It's just no way I'm going to be able to get out there, but I appreciate it. And Sebastian, I love that sizzle. But how about this? How about you guys come out here next Saturday and the three of us take the dune buggies out into the desert and we hang out all day, and I'll show you guys, some other stuff that you never seen. As Pete would say, Tommy C too. Oh my God. My daughter could be getting married on that Saturday and I'd still blow it off.
I like your idea. Although, I'm getting this guy in here in 2 months. It's my mission.
That would be insane.
I had a goal.
Insane.
I don't know if I told you this goal. I think on the cast, I might have told you in private. But one of my goals for next year was to host the Oscars. Right? Did I tell you this?
No.
Okay, that was one of my goals. Told Lon, I go, fuck it, I'm gonna host this Oscars. Right? That went to shit yesterday. Conan O'Brien's already doing it. So, in place of that, all my energy is going to be focused now on getting Tom Cruise on this goddamn show. All right?
Okay.
So, if I can't host the Oscars, I'm going to host Tom Cruise here at the house. My question to you, though, because I'm going to make this happen. I can see it in the cards. I could see him coming in with the hair, fucking glasses, sitting down, maybe with a leather jacket on, white t-shirt. What do you get Tom Cruise for a thank you, like a parting gift? What do you get him?
I would give him a cast t-shirt and be like, if you could skydive with this one time, that would be really fantastic. I mean, well, what else do you get him? Unless you got a fucking rocket ship in your back pocket.
Well, maybe we give him a Thum bed.
Oh shit! I still got mine in a box. I can get it shipped wherever it's got to go.
So it's on here. It's documented. We're getting this guy to come on. I don't think, and Patrick, you could back me up on this with a search. I don't think this guy's ever did a podcast. It would be beneath his ilk, like he always keeps it like, he does a movie, he goes out, he does the major, Good Morning America, whatever the major ones are, and that's it. Right. This guy, I don't even think this guy's been on Joe Rogan, right? No. But since we've talked about this guy for the last 8 years, I feel it's a great fit that he comes in. I mean, we've even had people come in, talk about working with him, right? I mean, Jake
quite a few.
Yeah. Jake Grillo. Grillo? Was it Grillo? Did he work with him?
Spade had a great story at a restaurant. The movies came out the same day. Jay Moore had the story about racing with him. Jake had the great story about, tried to say no to a Tom Cruise movie. That didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I tell you though, dude, I saw a video of him in some foreign country recently, and like a soldier coming up to him with a big smile and like to say hi and get a selfie, like a soldier in some foreign country. My point is, this guy is so famous. You should try to just refocus on hosting next year's Oscars. That seems a little more doable. I mean, bro, I think Tom Cruise decides whether or not he wants to meet the Pope, not the other way around. like the Pope has inquired, and Tom Cruise says, if I film, I think we're shooting part of our next Mission Impossible in Rome. I'll try to do a bop by, no promises.
Okay, now that you bring that up,
right?
Why don't you tell the listeners who you met in Brooklyn backstage? Right. Maybe if we don't get Tom Cruise, we get her.
Okay. So long story short, folks, and we gotta I'm not gonna say names on the air, but I gotta reach back out to Mazzilli, because this woman is very close with our close friend and your previous manager, Chris Mazzilli, who owns Gotham Comedy Club. I'm doing some benefit for them, and they wanted to say hello before your Barclays show at the arena in Brooklyn. So I met them backstage, her husband, and their daughter. She's an adult. She's a lovely young lady, great family, and we're chatting. And she knows about the cast. Her daughter listens to, and she says, you guys talk about the Pope. I could tell you anything you want to know about the Pope. I work with the Pope, I'm like, what do you mean you work with the Pope? And then the daughter's like, Mom, you more than work with him. She sleeps there. She sleeps in the Vatican. She's like, I do. My husband's been there. Like, I work in his all media, everything media for him. I help him run it and keep, manage what's going on. And she literally was explaining how, like, at the Vatican, when they go to have a meal, you go into, like, the Vatican sort of, like, cafeteria room, and just like you would, like, when you're making a TV show on a studio lot, I'm adding this part, and, they have the area where everybody eats. Mm-hmm. She's like, you could just, if you're in there, you could just go right up right next to the Pope when he goes up to get a salad. He's just there. And I go to the husband, I go, he's just there? Like everybody else? He goes, yeah. He goes, I mean, he's still in the garb. It's not like he's ever in a sweatsuit, but he just, and we eat many, many meals with him, just casually eat with him. I go, like, we always wonder where he sleeps, what his bed looks like. And she's like, oh, I can tell you all that. I know all that. And I go, would you come on? And she's like, well, we're going back to Rome now in a couple days for a while. But, that she could do it over the air. And then the daughter's like, Mom, you have to. It'll be fun, So she's like, I will. And she'll tell us all we need to know. And I will say this. She said that her connection and what she does, it's with this gentleman. So if I'm this gentleman, this Pope. So if he passes away, it's dead. It don't carry over to the next guy. So
yeah. So
we won't be talking to the Pope, but we could talk to somebody that could tell you all those fun things we always wanted to know. Like, who's doing his sheets? Are they like that's another thing. If I worked at the Vatican and, like, I'm washing the Pope's sheets, what I'm doing is I'm getting the same exact sheets, brand new, and every single time I get the Pope sheets, I'm going on eBay and I'm selling the fucking sheets for $20K. Then I'm washing the new ones I got and I'm throwing those back onto the Pope's bed. So he's sleeping in a new sheet. I'm selling the sheets. Why wouldn't you? His pillowcase. He takes a shower. I take a shower. There's all this. It's ridiculous. It's like a bath. There's hair everywhere. Pope takes a shower. I'm a housekeeper. I'm taking every single hair on the wall of the shower and I'm putting them in a little baggie. Bro, that's like Jesus' hair practically.
And I don't know if we talked about this before. Does the Pope get a salary? Can you look up if the Pope is making it, and don't tell me if he's making it or not. If you were to guess, if the Pope has a salary, what do you think this guy's getting paid?
I don't think he does. If he does, I'm saying, like, I'm going to do one of them traditional things, like a dollar, right? Nothing.
Okay. So if the Pope wants to go buy a car, is it on the Vatican? Like, how does this guy...
Where's he driving? It's a job till death, bro. When is the Pope ever going to take his car to the 7-Eleven for a fucking Slurpee or something,
Okay, okay, he wants to buy
a what?
A suit.
That's what I'm saying. Who owns a suit shop that's going to charge the fucking Pope? I mean, that'll be $750, and okay, here you go, and you're going to hell, right? I mean, come on.
Okay, here it is. The Pope does not receive a salary. Instead, the Catholic Church covers all of his living expenses, including food, travel, housing, medical care, from the church's funds. Okay, but what I'm saying is the Pope does not have personal assets or bank accounts. He cannot spend the Vatican's funds for personal use. So how's this guy? This guy wants to buy a Nintendo Switch or an iPhone. Where's that coming from? The Vatican?
I think that's it. He just has to say, get me that, and they get it for him. Well, yeah, it's coming out of Vatican fund.
Yeah, but it said no personal fund. Vatican funds cannot be used for personal use.
Well, I mean, that makes no sense. Then he's got to.
Okay, hold on. When the Pope retires, the Church continues to cover his living expenses and provide him with a home and other amenities. But my question, I guess, is yeah, they cover his expenses, but like food, is there a per diem this guy's getting? Or if he wakes up, he goes, you know what, I want to go to the best Italian restaurant in Rome, set it up. And do they go, Pope, that don't fall under the church's
right
expenses.
Great questions.
You got to go.
Have you ever seen the Pope at a restaurant? A photo of the Pope, just like, you know, out of fucking Nobu? Is that a thing? Is he allowed to do that?
Hold on, we have another.
These are great. You got to get that. This is what we got to ask the lady. We got to remember these.
From what I've earned, Popes earn a salary of $32,000 a month. Wait, so he does make a salary?
Chuck.
What's that?
This is just some guy named Chuck on the internet.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess we got to ask this lady all these different questions. So,
no, you're right. Because, like, what if the Pope wants caviar every day? I want a caviar, right? You're like, this guy's bankrupting us, man. Or do you just get what you want, man?
Well, to your point, who's going to turn down the Pope for a suit? Who in the Vatican is going to go, sorry, Pope, we can't get you caviar? And
can you get fired?
Well, does the Pope have firing capability?
Can he get fired? Can the Pope get fired?
Oh,
can like people come in and go, guy, you're out. You're a fucking, you know, we smell weed. We smell weed coming out of your fucking room. Caviar every day. We heard about the suits. We're done with you, guy.
Heard about the suits. Well, here, could the Pope wear jeans and a T-shirt in public, or does he have to be completely outfitted in the garb everywhere this guy goes? Like, what does the Pope work out in? Right. Look that up. Do we have a Pope in shorts? Look up like a Pope.
Maybe this lady does. Maybe she's like, I'm with him when he's doing 30 minutes on the treadmill.
Okay, hold on. I don't see. Wait, what's it with the Pope wearing the winter jacket up?
Oh, there's some AI stuff.
Oh, that's an AI?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Bro, I've never seen the Pope in anything other than this white robe he's got on.
Well, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Trump in anything but a suit. Oh, no, I see him in the golf stuff. That's right, in the shorts. What am I talking about? Never in shorts.
The winter jacket look. But I could see, full length on that. Okay, so throw this, right there. What's your take on it's winter, right? Pope needs to be warm. What's your take on this look for a winter look on the Pope?
I've seen that. If that's real, I think it's as appropriate as you can get to keep it Pope-esque and stay warm. Like if he's going to, Alaska or somewhere northern Canada, and you got to stay warm, but you're still going there to bless people, that's phenomenal, no?
Well, yeah, apparently that is AI generated, and for those of you who are listening, not watching, it's basically a North Face type white full-length jacket with a hood, which, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind getting that for myself.
Shit,
now I'm going to give you another one. We could collapse this. I'm going to give you another one. A little trivia, Pope trivia, if you will.
Okay. All right, what we got?
The Pope, when he's in the car, he's got like a Pope car.
Pope Mobile, as they call it, I think? Yeah.
Who makes it? Who's the manufacturer that makes the Pope Mobile?
Right. It's a great question.
Okay, I know who it is because we just pulled it up.
Okay, and if you make it and you're literally the guy working on it, do you get to meet the Pope? Right? I mean, like if I'm sitting there welding the axle knowing I'm going to fucking meet the Pope, I'm going to make sure everything's perfect, man.
All right. What kind of car is it? And can we see a photo? So The Pope is driving around, and I got a problem with this.
What?
The car is made by Mercedes-Benz. Right?
What's the problem, man? That's very high end, right? Don't you think? Or should he be in like what?
Lamborghini, Ferrari. They should do a custom Pope mobile and keep it in the family. It's like the Vatican's in Italy. Why not the car be made by Ferrari? You know what I'm saying?
Right. But the Pope isn't even Italian, is he?
No, he's not Italian, but like everything about the Pope is Italian. Right?
Your problem is you think the whole Vatican and all of it, you see it as an Italian thing. It's not. It's its own country in Italy.
Why did they pick Italy?
Well, well, they're not idiots. It's stunning. How come it's not? How did that?
Yeah.
That's an edit. That's an edit. I don't want to kill my market.
Oh, don't worry about it. You don't
Well, let me do this one. I don't mind killing this one. How come
you don't have one? You don't have one anyway.
I do. Stop saying that. It's tiny. Let me do this one.
I'm kidding.
I know. I am too. I'm joking. Relax. I want to do my bit. How come the Vatican's not in Louisville? I got no problem with that one. It's fucking the weekend there. 6 people came the whole weekend. That's dead. It's close to dead, but the Louisville is DOA. Don't even get out of the car, Pete.
Can we get I want to see them because I think they have this Mercedes, but then they have like a glass around him when they parade him through the crowd. You know, he's in this like bulletproof glass thing. Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Oh my God. It's a G-Wagon, bro. It's a fucking...
It was the G series before the G-Wagon existed.
Okay, so let's get the G-Wagon Pope Mobile up. I need to see what this looks like. And I want to get your take.
Oh my gosh, look at that thing.
What's your take on getting a Pope Mobile for everyday use, bro? Can you imagine pulling up into the car line with this thing with your kids and they're showcased in a glass? Bro, what's your take on just having this to go get groceries?
But I don't need it. Nobody's shooting me or my kids. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I'm not even talking the security. I'm talking about the design, like putting Jackie back there, right?
Right.
or Sadie just sits in that seat while you and Jackie are up front. What's your take?
You know, I would say this. If I was someone on a level that they wanted me to be in parades, which I don't even know how that works, I would imagine you've been invited to be in parades.
This is your parade mobile?
Well, I'd say no, and then they go, can we at least send you what he'd be in with his wife? We could even put a nice white wine in the cooler for you. Sebastian and Lonnie, you're in the back there with 2 nice chairs with a canopy, and you just got to do a light wave while you sip some white wine. That's like enticing. But that thing is covered in bulletproof glass, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I got to be honest with you, bro. I thought this would be a more of a luxurious thing. It looks homemade, doesn't it?
It doesn't. I don't know if this is the exact right one. No offense to Patrick and doing his hunt, but I believe it's all coming to me. Didn't our Pope get shot when we were little? He got shot. And then he did a Pope mobile.
Pope in the 80s. John
What's
Paul
that?
II. They attempted
Got shot,
John
right?
Paul II.
There's attempted assassination on the Pope.
Yeah.
In the 80s?
Oh, he didn't get hit?
In the 80s.
And then Eddie Murphy did one of his specials where I think he talked about trying to shoot the Pope, and maybe even, I think he might have talked about a Pope mobile. But yeah, so this goes way back, but I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, I'll just take my chances in the back. If I was the Pope, I'd be like, you know, that's too much.
May 13th, 1981. Pope John Paul II was shot and wounded in St. Peter's Square by Mehmet Ali Aga, a Turkish citizen, during his Wednesday general service. So it wasn't with the car, but I'm just proposing, and I'm going to talk to this lady that we're going to bring her on. Like, let's revamp the Pope Mobile. Get Ferrari, Lamborghini involved. Have them make a beautiful red.
Well, let me ask you this: if the Pope just said, I've done enough of this world. He turns to his people. I've done so much good, and I think God would want me to I just want to go for a Sunday drive. I want to go. Gosh darn it, I'm going. Or the Pope just says, I'm going to my favorite candy store when I was a kid. And, like, can they stop him? Can they physically stop him from walking out of the Vatican?
Yeah, it's like the president. The president can't just go for a jog without a team around him.
I mean, why can't he just sneak out? Like,
I mean, he could sneak out, but is there a rule where when you sign up to be the Pope or the president, say, listen, you cannot not go out in public without 17 men around you. That's just part of the deal. And then if you do decide to do that, we're going to have to get rid of you.
Maybe. You go out that door, Pope, you don't come back as Pope. You're dead to us if you walk out that door.
What's the Pope's name? Is it Francis? I think it's Francis, right? Pope Francis. Current Pope, like Francis, Pope Francis, born. Here's another thing. His name is Jorge Mario Bergoglio. That's his name.
Right.
So do they give you a name? Like Pope Benedict. What was his name? Look up this. There's another thing we got to ask them. How do they name these guys? Is it like a hurricane?
Right.
What's the... Hey, Pope Benedict, his name was Joe. Like what?
So why isn't it just Pope Joe?
Yeah, Pope Joe. Why are we changing the names on these guys?
That's a good one. We could probably find that one up on our own, but let's ask her anyway.
All right, so we're gonna get this lady on
my last one to you is 3:30 in the morning. I'm the Pope. I roll over. I ring my bell. I'm dying for some lobster tail. It's a Wednesday night. I want lobster tail. How soon from 3:30 in the morning when I say I'm dying for some lobster tail and I want it brought to my room? How long till I have lobster tail in my room as the Pope? Wednesday, 3:30 in the morning.
Why, you think they got lobster tail somewhere in the Vatican? You think they got a live lobster? You think they got a live lobster tank in there? But like, I'm sure they know his preferences. So if lobster is kind of off the grid, I think they're gonna have to tell him you're gonna have to wait till the market opens at 10 o'clock in the morning and we'll go get you a lobster.
Bro, you're not serious. You think the Pope's got to wait 7 hours to get a fucking lobster? What kind of world are we living in? You don't think anybody... First of all, I called the owner of the local fish place in the middle of the fucking night, and I get the cops, get me the owner of the place, he gets on, like, Pope wants a lobster, we don't have any lobster, I need you here in 15 minutes. That guy hops out of his bed, cruises to... My wife's like, where are you going? The Pope wants a lobster. And that's it. It's moving. It's happening. I'm thinking, and then we wake the cook up going, someone's coming in hot with the lobster. Get ready. Get the fucking pot. Boom, boom, boom. I'm thinking.
I don't know, bro.
How long does it take to boil lobster? 5 minutes, right? So I'm thinking soup to nuts, 23 minutes after the call. He's squeezing a lemon onto the fucking tail. I sent Patrick a great clip I want you to see. Did you see it, the one I sent you about Johnny Carson? I sent it to you personally, too.
Yeah.
Wasn't that cool?
That was good. We'll I got a clip. We'll save it for the next for the next show. It's a Tom Cruise clip. We're going to continue the Tom Cruise campaign as we march on here till the release of Mission Impossible. I think it's called, is it Ghost Protocol 2 or is it something I forget the name of the new Tom Cruise
Final
movie.
Reckoning.
Day of Reckoning.
The final.
I want to ask you one last question about movie stars. When you think about Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, DiCaprio, right? How do the hair gods know not to let these guys' hair fall out? You know what I'm saying? Like, how come when you're a movie star, your hair don't fall out? I don't get that. It's like everybody around you, like everybody Kevin Bacon went to high school with fucking bald, and he can do shampoo commercials. It makes no sense to me. They all must know a guy, bro. They all must know a guy. You got to have like Kurt Russell. Oh my God, you could play hide and seek in his fucking hair. It's crazy.
We'll leave you with that, folks. Why do movie stars don't go bald? Great question. All right, guys. We'll see you next week, Pete and Sebastian. We are out.